Boys, we're getting into the second reaction of State of Play. Keep sending your super chats. Now I have white privilege. That is very expensive to maintain on this channel.
White privilege? I had to spend money to get here.
That's not true. I was going to check eventually during the super chat read.
Sure.
Hey, if I could get an extra $2, why not? All right, let's continue. We just finished watching Hitman, which again looks blah, average. I mean, I'm not gonna say it looks bad. It's just not for me, right? Like VR.
Well, it was VR.
is just not for me. Yeah, it's
the problem is it's PSVR2, and I'm like, it's so much time has gone by since it's gone for sale, and it hasn't really gone on sale. That I'm like, I don't want to buy it at full price 3 years after. So
right.
So now we're in this weird middle ground where it's like, well. Yeah, I would play Hitman. I would play Gran Turismo 7. That's really it. And I'm like, well, I'm not going to buy it for that. So no.
It's gonna go on sale for the holiday season, probably like $100 off. Or what they'll do is normally the holiday season they'll bundle it and then take off like, I don't know, $150 or something, and then give you like a $50 Target gift card.
They bundle it with that Horizon Zero game expansion.
Yeah, already. Because they have all their eggs in one basket. That's my biggest issue with PlayStation. They're banking on fucking Horizon,
dude.
And Astrobot.
Morons. Like what they're doing is just anyway. Yeah.
Well, let's get into it. Let's keep going. You've seen this, I assume, already, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, so don't spoil me because I haven't seen this yet.
No, that's fine. I was writing an article during it, so I was only like 50% paying attention.
Few know the truth.
Here we go. Okay.
Until I had the honor of surpassing my lord.
Soft edges right there. Nice.
I earned a new kind of reward.
Okay.
Agony.
This brings back so many memories, man. Legacy of Kain, bro, is just.
Here's the thing.
It's PS1 like. Just legendary. I don't.
Here's the thing. This is heresy. I've never played it, and I've had a lot of people tell me how.
Wait, so I have a trans person yelling at me on Twitter saying I never played it, and I did play it, and over here you're scot-free, and you actually didn't play it. That's crazy. I'm sending him your way. Fuck this shit. Crazy. Oh, here we go. Boom.
Right, from the transition.
So can I get a half shot? Let me try to get a half shot.
They literally, this is how they do it. It's so insidious. Like they know what they're doing, and they're just like, oh, look at this change. They know exactly what they're doing. They're not even fucking hiding it.
So here's something I want to say, because I know I got all the angry trans people watching the stream right now, even though they say they don't. So here's the thing. You're going to get a lot of gaslighting answers, right? You're going to get gaslighting answers. For example, the Kotaku journalist who was like, oh, this is just going from sharp edges to soft edges, right?
Dude,
let me finish. That was interesting.
What even is that?
I don't know what that is.
I've heard a lot of excuses in my day. That's a new one.
Yeah, you're gonna hear sharp edges to soft edges. You're gonna hear lighting, right? Lighting's another one too. They say, especially when it comes to like skin color, but this is not relevant here, right? It's a statue.
It's the pleats.
Yeah, the lighting is what made it gain like 50 pounds or something.
Right.
So really quick, the whole argument about sharp edges and soft edges. Okay. So they're trying to say that the statue now it looks masculine the way it does now, the way you see it here, because of the graphics upgrade and going from sharp edges to soft edges. So if that is to be true, then why is it that the pillars in the game look exactly the same? Number one, okay, from sharp edges to soft edges. And number two, why does the main character look exactly the same? It's not like he became fucking brolic, right? He's still just as skinny as he was in the original game. If you look at let me go back. Let's go back really quick.
Well, real quick too. Let me just, can I just say, if your argument is it's going from sharp edges to soft edges, wouldn't that mean that it would look more feminine?
Technically, yeah, because well, for them, they don't. I don't know. Actually, that's a damn good because softness is inherently female, but they don't view it like that, right? So I don't know.
Of course not.
Anyway, so let's talk about Razio really quick. Let me go back. I didn't have the right window up. So again, look at the character, right? Skinny, exactly how he looked in the original game. And then look at the transition. Look at the entire surrounding.
Well, it's all the shoulders. Keep your eyes on the shoulders. The shoulders go from like way down to like broad. It's really weird.
Right, and the waistline too. It all matches up.
I've had people tag me on Twitter showing the faces right next to each other, and they're like, "Look, it's feminine." I'm like, "Yeah, you zoomed in like on the eyeballs. Like that's not the point of what we're saying."
Right. So just look at this again. So look at the main character. All right, look at how he looks, and then
fate of this world was.
He looks the same, and the statue's completely different.
Looks literally the same. You know what changed on him? The hair. It went a little bit smoother. Otherwise, body's the same, shoulders are the same, arms are the same, everything is the same.
The character outline is brighter.
It's not like my boy suddenly became thick, right? But the statue somehow, and again, they're going to gaslight you, right? The statue somehow.
And this is what's annoying about it, and I'm glad I'm on here. This is what's annoying about it. It's such a subtle, stupid little thing. And it's like, if you try to point it out, then people are like, why are you making such a big deal out of that tiny little detail? And it's like, because this is how they do the slippery slopes. This is it right here.
That's how the trans people were reacting on Twitter, right? And I keep calling them trans people. I don't know if they're actually trans people, but they're angry like them. So I'm just going to call them trans people. They are on Twitter right now gaslighting you. And then I was responding to a few of them. And eventually they get put into a corner where they have to admit that it did change. And then they say, well, what's the big deal anyway? I don't understand. Why does it matter? It's like, oh, so you acknowledge the change, but now it's like, oh, suddenly it doesn't matter. Oh, okay, I got it. Now it's not a big deal. Got it. Okay, so, and then you're like, oh, I'm okay with my masculinity, that a statue doesn't bother me. I was like, it doesn't bother me either. I'm just pointing out that it changed. And then you got mad because it bothered you. All I did was point out that it changed. That's it. It's literally all I did. I was like, oh, this changed. Looks like they're virtue signaling to the trans overlords.
Well, it's one of those. Why? Because developers don't need to do that to the statue. They could literally just make what that is look better, but they literally changed it. Like it's not even the same outline.
They made it unbelievable. And again, I paused here just to give you the before for the chat. You can clearly see even the face, right? The face is pretty detailed considering the age of the game, but you can clearly see it's a woman. There's no doubt about it. And then the moment you go to that
is a dude.
That is a massive difference.
You know what's funny is I looked down when you press play and I looked up real quick and I saw the change. And so my brain saw the first one, then saw that one. And it's like so different. It's not even funny.
Right.
It's like ridiculous.
They gave it the Pokemon Go body style with the no hip. Look, you can clearly see the hips. Just to show you guys really quick, you can clearly see the hips where they're at. And again, for the Kotaku Urinalists out there, it's like sharp edges.
Someone pointed out there's a belly button. You can see the belly button here. Now watch.
Correct. You can see it right here. Hips, belly button, all that. Very obvious that it's a female statue. And then it just completely goes away. Gone. Legs are skinny, brolic ass shoulders, fucking a neck the size of I don't even know what. And a big nose.
I hate to say this, but the old one looked better.
It did.
Like it just did. Like that's bad. You're doing a remake and a remaster or whatever the hell this is, and you can't even get the graphics better. And what is it? 20 years old? Like when did the original Kain come out?
Oh god, dude, a long fucking time
2004?
Something like that. Early 2000s.
20 years old, we'll say.
Actually, Blood Omen I think was in the 90s. Blood Omen I think was in the 90s.
So this is over 20 years old, and they cannot get the graphics better 20 years later. Think about that.
They can't because they're too busy trying to mold. When you have to create something and mold something with so many different like things you have to avoid limiting you, you're not exactly going to be able to do much, right? You're going to end up creating something that looks just hideous like this. And keep in mind, guys, again, the gaslight. I want you guys to remember. They're trying to say it's sharp edges to soft edges, but everything else in the scene that you see is the exact same, but just looks higher definition. The main character, the fucking pillars, the background, the floor, everything looks the exact same, but somehow, some way, the laws of physics just completely changed when it came to the statue, and it turned into this massive fucking brawling creature that looks like Brock Lesnar with wings. So it's like, all right, sure, no problem. Gaslight, keep gaslighting. Go ahead. What are you going to say?
what's really frustrating about this is there was a lot of hype when I went to San Diego Comic-Con. I saw the statues that leaked this game initially.
Yeah.
And people were freaking out. They're like, oh my God, it's going to be remastered. That was the leak. And everyone got super hyped about it. And it came out that was happening. And I feel like the emotions from the excitement were actually higher than what the game is. It's like you look at it and it's like, no, like this is marketing. It's not better than what it was. It's just brighter and worse. Like it's not better. That's the problem.
And then the funny thing is you can see these changes easier because now you're remastering the game. So everything's higher definition and you can clearly tell the difference between what was there and what is here now.
That's a really good point. I feel like they were able to hide a lot of issues with the shading back in the day because it wasn't as detailed. Now it's brighter. You see everything and it just exposes the lack of quality.
That may be true. Right. And there's certain things they were able to get away with in the past because everything was so pixelated. Right. So they wanted to put like on Lara Croft. There was a character that had a nude female on the back of his jacket. Obviously, they can't get away with that now because everything is high definition. You're going to see some titties and they can't do that. So it's the same thing here. Right. So like feminine character, you could get away with certain things or whatever. But it's not the point. It's not like they were trying to get away with hiding the fact that it was a female. No, they were very much showing you it was a female, just like now they're very much showing you.
To that point, they have the entire game. They chose proactively to show this scene. Think about that.
Yeah,
like
almost as if it's just like a huge virtue signal between the two.
That exactly. I'm glad I put the ball in the tee and you knocked it out of the park. Like that's literally what
got a nice layup. Again, look at the main character, bro.
What madness is this?
That's great.
Looks the exact same as he did before, just brighter.
Yeah.
That's literally it.
It looks great, though. It does look great.
So changed.
Oh, gee, why didn't that thing change? Let's see.
There you go.
Right.
Oh, my God. Nailed it.
Okay.
That is the exact same thing. Just brighter.
Sharp edges.
So changed.
Same fucking thing.
That's just the same thing.
Oh, my God, bro.
Dude, you broke the code. You cracked the code. Like, that is... They literally changed the statue purposefully because this proves that they didn't need to do that.
Why wasn't this changed, boys, in the chat? Let me know. All the gaslighters. Why wasn't this changed? That's just amazing.
I was not prepared for what lay beyond this threshold.
What a classic, man.
I mean, it does look great outside of that statue.
Oh, wait, let's go back. Hold on. Let's go back to that. What was that?
That looked good.
Yeah, but that's not the point. Hold on. All right, before. Wow. Why didn't he change?
I mean, why
didn't his shoulders get double in size?
Everything's the same except the statue. It's so weird.
I don't know, chat. Why didn't he not become a linebacker just like the fucking statue? I don't understand.
Hypno, I need to like make a tinfoil hat just to put on for points like this. Like just
I know we're the grifters, right? We're the fucking crazy people. Like, wow.
Like all we're doing is testing what they're doing.
The future has always been written. Don't fight it, Raziel.
That's so cool. Soul Reaper 1 and 2. Soul Reaper, sorry, 1 and 2 remastered.